Life is beautiful and complicated.
But the good news is it gets even less complicated and more beautiful, albeit more chaotic as we grow.
So why not grab a drink?
And let's enjoy the chaos together.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. That was my bringing in.
Yeah. Okay, good job.
That's right. Welcome to Enjoy the Chaos.
That's right. It's a new week.
New
New
topic.
week means new beverage.
That's right. New topic, new beverage, all the good things.
Literally called Bev. So it is a new
Literally.
beverage.
It's so cute.
And really, I feel like we have found our official mascot of this podcast.
I agree.
Based off of the description on the box.
Yes.
It talks about it's founded by chicks.
Yes.
Founded by women.
Yes.
No sugar.
No sugar.
Low carb. Two carbs.
Yes.
But she talks about on the box that she was just trying to pay her way through medical school.
Yeah.
Was trying to do something different, to try to create something healthy, but also have a social space. And she is just here for change.
That's right.
And I love that.
And being herself.
And being herself, yes.
Yes. And it's it talks like Bev is the beverage.
Yes,
so
the
it's
beverage.
So cool. I love it.
This one's Bev Glam, the
Bev
sparkling
Glam.
rosé.
Ooh.
Extra crisp, extra fizzy. So let's.
Extra
And
crisp,
how easy is it? Just
pop the top.
Okay. I do like that sound.
Yeah.
This might be my summer jam.
Oh.
I haven't even tasted it yet. But it
She
might
has
be.
no idea how it tastes, but I love to see B's face.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good, B.
Okay. Nice. All right. And they put their phone number on there, so we're instantly about to be best friends.
It does say to text them.
It does.
So
It literally
we
says it on the side.
will
So
be doing that.
Awesome.
Thanks, Bev.
I was going to tell you, I was thinking about it earlier, and take it for what you will, because I'm wearing a whole bird as a shirt, but your fall fashion has been really good lately.
What?
Yes.
You are so sweet.
Thank you. Your fall fashion, you've been killing it. Like, I love that sweater.
She's so sweet.
And yesterday you had on your little crop jeans and your green and your boots. So you're crushing it.
You're so sweet.
You look great. And then I got to thinking about, we did the episode about finding fashion in our 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like fall is easier.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Fall is easier.
Yes, I agree.
Not that I want it to stay fall. I'm tired of the cold already. But I do feel like fall is a little bit easier to not be,
I agree. I absolutely agree. And my go-to is like Vici right now. I'm like a Vici little queen over here. I've had lots of things from there. And when they're on sale, because they, of course, text me.
And you got a lot of compliments on your green dress. And that was from Vici. Yes. That you ordered the boss's wedding. Yes, that was a Vici dress.
Love the Vici. I have to tell you this. So, and we've talked a little bit about it, like hobbies and whatnot, but I asked Chad the other day, because I'm dabbling in a few things that I've mentioned to you about the digital world. Sure. And so I asked Chad, I was like, Chad, what would you say my niche is? And he was like, what?
I was like, really? That question.
I was like, really? What would you say my niche is? And he was like, okay, your niche is being fun and fashion.
Oh.
So when he said the fashion word, I'm like, shut the front, because Chad will always be a polo man, and jeans man. That's just who he is, has been. That style never changes and won't for him.
But that's okay.
But I don't know. I was like, oh my God, that means so much to me. Thank you. That is. So I felt, wow, this is good. Now I'm going to have to step up.
I'm not going to get this wonderful of an answer.
Yes. Yes, you will, Sarah.
No, let me tell you, when we went for our marriage counseling, before we got married, you had to fill out this questionnaire. And one of the questions on there was, what is your significant other's hobbies?
Yeah, yes.
And so, Jean, I'm like, working out, going to the beach.
Yeah. Very
spending
easy.
Time with friends, being outdoors.
Yes. Sarah, what was yours?
Drinking Diet Coke and listening to Prince.
Oh, wait! I have to ask. Did you write these down, or did he write these down?
No, he wrote them down about me. We were supposed to fill these things out by the other, and so I asked him because eventually we got to read each other's.
Yes.
I was so mad. I was like,
in that
when?
moment,
In the 6 years that we have been together, have you ever come home and I am posted up on the couch drinking a Diet Coke, listening to Prince? I mean, just because I get excited every time Purple Rain comes on doesn't mean that Prince is my hobby.
I love it.
And whose hobbies are Diet Coke?
Drinking Diet Coke.
Apparently drank a lot of Diet Coke back in the day.
That is, I mean, I do love.
But then he was like, well, what
Coke,
are your hobbies? And back then, I mean, it was reading magazines. Because I was the person, like, if I read it in a magazine, I'd do it.
Oh, magazines was like social media for us.
Yeah. Oh, God, that makes it so old.
I'm sorry. But that is accurate. Okay. But
you're right.
It's so true.
I never put it together
that
like that.
Was our
but
social
you're
media.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, God. Flintstones.
You're not the Flintstones, Sarah.
But you're right. Yes. But if it said it made me look younger, skinnier, I'd try it.
Just tease your hair a little more.
Yes.
I mean, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Get
I
those
would try
tight curls, whatever.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to ask that.
Ask Jean. I am
what my niche is. Oh, and I love Chad's answer.
I did too. I was like,
being fun and fashion.
You now get a
But you do the good fashion. You do the headbands and the hats and the flares, and you do.
Thank you. That is so sweet. Because I see something like standing in my closet this morning. It was like a stressful moment.
I've been trying to step my game up since we started the podcast.
Yes.
And even sometimes Gina will be like, "Oh, your podcast persona's coming out."
Ooh.
Because I do try to wear things,
I do love
that are a little different.
That sparkly for New Year's too.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Cigarettes. That's how I felt.
It was the jam. Y'all saw it out there.
But yeah,
y'all saw her shirt.
So sidebar. Because now I find myself in a unique position of trying to figure out the next phase of my motherhood life.
Yeah. Yes.
And as one who has come before me in this stage, you can tell me. So here's where we're at with Barrett. Barrett is 8. He'll be 9 this year.
Yep.
And very recently, and I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or not, he has been going out and playing in the neighborhood.
Yes.
He's become a neighborhood kid. So we've had some houses that have moved in that have a couple of kids that are right around his age, a few younger, a few older. Well, they all have, scooters and bikes and all the things. And we live in a very small, it's a 1 mile loop around the house. So, around the neighborhood. So it's not a huge neighborhood that I'm letting him go out in. And there's a gate at the front and a gate at the back, and everybody knows everybody. So I feel comfortable letting him go out and play. Even though I did order him a Garmin watch. Yes. So that I can track his whereabouts.
Yes.
And, the only thing I want it to do that it doesn't do is I want it to tell me when his heart rate goes up.
I love this.
I feel like if he's being kidnapped or in the middle of a murder or something, his heart rate would get elevated. Then I would know.
Get some alarm.
I would get some type of alarm that he's escalated. And then I could just get in the car and run and find him or whatever. So it doesn't do that, though. So Garmin, if you're listening.
I was about to say Garmin.
That's a feature that you need. Only for a certain age range, though.
That's right.
Because at a certain point, I'm not going to want to know.
Nope, I don't want to know what's happening.
Heart rate gets elevated.
I do not want to know what's happening.
But right now, at 8, when he's out in the world, I want to know that. But he's obsessed with it. So we come home, we do our homework, gone. On the weekends, he wakes up, has his breakfast. If somebody hasn't come to our door to knock and ask him to play, he's getting on a scooter and going to find somebody to play with.
Oh my gosh.
And so, I thought about it the other day. I got really sad because I just implemented this mommy minutes thing because I felt like I wasn't giving him enough attention and he enjoys it. But now he has turned to wanting to go be with his friends. And I want him to have more independence. I want him to go and do things. Like last Friday, a mom came and picked him up at 4 o'clock and didn't bring him back till 9:30. Like they went to a birthday party, they went to dinner. Like it's the first unsupervised outing that he's been on. And it makes my anxiety go to 100. But this is where we're at.
That is, that's right.
And I even told him, I was putting him to bed the other night, and I was like, buddy, I'm going to have to change it from mommy minutes to Barrett minutes. Like I'm going to have to mandate Barrett minutes.
That's
and
right.
His response was, well, it's not that I don't want to hang out with you. I just can't fit it in my schedule.
I mean, coming from an 8-year-old.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he is so smart. He is so wise. So wise.
There's only so much cleaning, laundry, things like that I can do to fill up the time while he's gone.
Yes.
And I know that we're going to have to put some parameters around it. You don't go every time somebody knocks on the door. Yes. There's going to be times where you just have to hang out with your dad and I. Like Sunday when he came home, even Gene, he was like, I'm just going to have dinner in my playroom so I can watch Octonauts. And Gene's like, we'll watch it down here. hang out with us, So even Gene was like, we haven't seen you all day, kid.
I know.
But he's
Let's hang out.
I'll take my dinner upstairs,
Bear is so funny.
I don't want to hang out with you.
I don't want to hang out with you.
People.
Oh, Sarah.
So how did you transition?
That's hard.
Because that's been my thing. Like, I've been the mommy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to be mom. I feel it coming. Because I bet these older boys in the neighborhood don't call their mothers mommy.
Oh, just wait.
So I'm about to be mom. And that is going to...
It is hard.
But it's consumed every moment. Like, every moment. Not, And in my head, I've been thinking, oh, gosh, I just wish I could have 20 minutes to do X, Y, Z. But now I'm like, no, I don't want 20 minutes.
I know. Yeah. Oh, just wait. So both of my girls, and Maddie started early. So we've been in the same neighborhood for a long time. And probably because of my neighborhood is why we have stayed, because we are okay with our neighbors and we trust them to let us know if something's not right and whatnot. But Maddie's probably was like 4 when she started like banging on the door of the other neighbor's house and just going straight to the refrigerator. I'm not real sure what that was about, but she did.
You didn't keep the good snacks.
Hey, and we did that. So she started super early with that, but Ada Britt has followed suit. So she continues to do that too. So even at an early age, she would go around to the neighbors and my kids stay gone.
Right.
My kids stay gone. Maddie probably is at home a little bit more than she used to be, but I do remember that anxiety of, oh my gosh, I don't know. Now we've had a little scare a few times where we did get Ada Britt an Apple Watch this year. And so I know where she is now, but when it's dark, like now, like when it's dark outside, I want to know where you are.
Right.
Like I need you to be home, or I need you to be calling me. I need to know something.
The streetlight kids.
Yeah, because talk about some anxiety, that brings anxiety. So it is hard to let them go and have that faith that everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. But especially that mommy heartstrings, like, okay. And I am probably the most laid back, less anxious person around. But truly, if I don't know where she is, I start thinking like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And again, I think that's just where we are.
Do you immediately go to a Dateline episode like I do?
No, not immediately. I'm like, okay, I'm texting the neighbors. I'm like, is she there?
Yeah. Typically,
I know where she is. There's 2 houses that she pretty much stays at. But I'm like, they don't really come to our house. It's very rare. So they like go away. So
they do.
It's
I
hard.
have enjoyed.
It's hard.
They do spend a lot of time at our house, which drives Gene insane.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I'm like, well, I want to be.
Where they are. Yeah.
Yes,
that's right.
I'm trying to keep the snacks and the drinks and the things because if he's here, I know what's happening. And I have
to keep the snacks and they're going to come to your house.
And I have to tell Gene, like, don't be mean to them because they're not going to want to come. They're like, oh, Barrett, your dad is too mean. We're not coming. Like, I'm like learning their names and, I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a fun mom and I'll give you gummies and, fruit snack gummies, not other kind of gummies. Like
that's right.
Welch's.
Welch's
specifically gummies, and Capri Suns and those types of things.
Yes.
So I don't know. But I'm trying to take the opportunity because, my word of the year is intentional.
That's right. Yes.
So if I have this time, I can be intentional about figuring out who I am.
Yes.
And being okay with it.
That's right.
And unapologetic about it.
Ooh, I think Bev said that.
Yes. Yes.
Be unapologetic about being you.
Yes.
That's right.
I had somebody the other day, and I don't think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I am a borderline PETA activist.
Yes.
Like animals are my jam.
That's right. Yes.
I don't enjoy, it's funny because, you talk about Chad goes and hunts and I immediately think, oh, that deer was just living its little life. And I think about that scene from My Cousin Vinny. Do you think he gives about what kind of pants the guy that shot him was wearing? Like,
that's exactly right.
That's what I think about
that movie.
But somebody made a post the other day about how angry they were when they saw that people were more upset about how animals were treated than people were treated or something along the lines of that. And obviously I'm not ignorant to the fact that there's starving children in the world and babies that need homes and would I rather rehome all of those children other than dogs?
Of course.
Obviously.
Yes.
But I got to thinking about it, like everybody has to have a cause.
Oh, 100%.
Like everybody has to care about something different because that's what makes the whole pie. If we're all working on the
yeah.
same thing, then everything else goes to pot.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be apologetic about that either.
No,
Or
absolutely not.
You know, the copious amount of products that I use, or
I did think about our product episode, and probably we need to redo it because we're all
using new stuff.
We're using new stuff.
Yes, everybody's using
that we
new
do
stuff.
love, but
because you know why? It said it would make us look younger, and so I tried it,
and here we are.
And turns out it really is.
Shocker!
I know. Something's working.
Thought?
Yeah, something's working the way that it said it would.
That's right.
So, what do you think that you have changed in your 40th year? Like, what's something about you that you're bringing into your identity that maybe you didn't have before?
That's a good one.
Or something that you're trying to be, other than just fun and super fashionable.
Okay. I think we say this so much, and we're going to have our back, but I think the freedom of 40, I am really trying to own that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay. It's okay to, I think for the longest time, I was so stressed out about saying no, like I can't say no, that's just not who I am. Never have been. But like, I'm 40 now. It's okay to say no. Like, it's okay to have the boundaries. It's okay to do that. So I think that for me, in incorporating that in my life is important. And I think being transparent, like for the longest time, I would not always hide. My sister probably would say, yes, you did. But, maybe not say everything I was feeling. But at the same time,
I've never had that problem.
Sarah just says what she thinks.
Not one day,
always.
Unfortunately.
Okay. But just be honest. There's ways to say everything, and just be honest and communicate.
Oh, you say that all the time in HR. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it.
It's not what you say and how you say it. It's how you say it. Yeah.
So doing that, and Chad and I had a conversation actually just last night, and it ended very well because we were very honest with each other. We were communicating what we were feeling, and it ended well, where probably 5 years ago, that would have been a knockdown drag out, and that just was not the way it was last night. It was literally, we're going to talk through this.
Right.
This is how we feel and how can we do it better,
And I feel like this happens within your family, not your family, but everybody's family. And, your workplace, your friendships. When you start protecting your no and you start doing things for you that you want to do, people are like, wait, what?
What are you doing?
Because you've been the one that's been keeping all the plates in the air. Jean hates it when I say that.
It's true though, Jean.
Hates it when I say that. What are these plates? Are you in the circus? Like,
yes.
But I always, that's my go-to. Like, I'm spinning all these plates. Like, what plates?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? But that's the thing. You keep everything rolling.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what because we used to fight about this all the time.
Yeah.
It seems very easy looking in because you don't ever have to worry about anything.
Right.
You don't have to worry about getting up at 4:30 in the morning and leaving the house and going to the gym because I'm there to take care of the child.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry if there's somewhere you want to go after work or whatever because somebody's taking care of it. Like the things all the I's have been dotted and the T's have been crossed. But we've had communication about that. We've talked about that. So things have changed. And so now he kind of sees that
that's right.
Everything runs as it should because we both now do what we're supposed to do in it. But initially when I started saying no to things, no, I'm not going to do that. If you want, if you want it to be done, do it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, wait, what?
What do you mean?
What do you mean do it?
No.
Like, no.
What?
And I'm like, yeah, well, that's how I feel. No.
That's right. That's right. Yes, I agree.
And I'm trying to make part of my identity. We talked about this, our goals on our resolution episode.
Yeah.
Is to exercise.
You've done so good about that. Because Sarah has been so disciplined about going to the gym.
But I have a terrible relationship with it because I don't enjoy it. And that's not true. That's not true. I don't enjoy all of it.
Yeah. Right.
Like there's certain aspects of it, I'm not, and I guess I need to get it in my head that again, being healthy is the goal.
Right.
Weight loss will be the byproduct.
Oh yeah.
Energy and being healthier is the goal.
That's right.
But there's just sometimes I'm like, is this really going to do anything for me?
It is.
It is. I enjoy the Peloton because I like the Peloton instructors.
Yeah.
But sometimes my butt hurts too bad I can't do it because that seat is not friendly. And I've asked Jeannie, my husband owns a bike shop. I'm like, can you get me a padded seat? And he's like, absolutely cannot do that.
Why not?
Can you put like a banana seat on there?
That's right. Come on. Maybe that's what he should
I
make.
know they don't make banana seat bikes
He should
anymore.
make that. That could be a thing for him.
I had a banana seat bike growing up, and I feel like that banana seat is much more comfortable than an average bike seat.
See. All right, Peloton. You heard it.
That's right. You heard it here first.
Yes. Yes. Give me a banana seat. Give me a banana seat. Oh.
Do you think your kids notice that you're coming into your 40s and you're owning your 40 and you're owning your no?
Yes. They do.
Do they?
They recognize. Well,
are
Maddie
they pushing
especially.
back against it, or
Maddie,
they feel like
Maddie has pushed and pushed and pushed against it. To be honest, since I did turn 40, and I have said no more. But recently, she has been like, okay, you know, I think it's taken some time. Like I was 40 in March.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not gonna be long. I'm gonna be 41.
Oh wow!
What?
Yeah.
Ugh. But it is what it is.
It is.
Know? Sorry, but
and it's okay.
It's okay. I'm gonna embrace it.
It's great.
You know, that's my word. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna be 41. I mean, before we know it, we're gonna be 50 like Tracy. Did you? Totally just derailed. But I was thinking about Tracy. She looks fabulous at 50.
She does.
You know, so it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But yes, Maddie has noticed, but I think it's taken her some time to get used to. Hey, this is me. This is me, and this is who I want to be.
When you make these changes for yourself, do you think about it being an example for them?
Yes. I think that's a really good point. I think that is, we even talked about this yesterday. So would I be okay with Maddie and Ada, you know, getting Botox and all of that? Yes. You know, if they're 40 years old, they can do what they want.
Right.
When they get to be an adult, you know, they can do what they want to.
Right.
Maddie wants to color her hair today. And I'm like,
because we didn't start Botox till later.
Oh my God, no.
Like I wasn't
in my
getting
30s.
Botox in my 20s.
No.
Yeah.
I was late 30s.
Yeah.
So
I was too.
No. So, you know, if that's what they want, that's what they want. Right. And it took me a long time to be okay with that. I don't want them to take so long to be okay with being them.
Yeah.
Whoever they are.
Yes.
Right. I mean, enjoy your years. You never know. Right. And so enjoy who you are. Be unapologetic. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Bev. And just, you know, have fun with it. Have fun with it. I don't know.
I'm starting to
think. What about you, Sarah?
Well, I don't necessarily know that I think about it from Barrett, but I guess I could be an example. But I want him to see, I think about the type of person he's going to marry, which I know is stupid to think when he's 8 years old.
Realistic, though.
But I think about that. Like, I don't want him to think it's okay for his wife to be the one that does all the things around the house, or his wife to be the one that is supposed to be the one that balances all the plates. I mean, he needs to carry some plates too. I mean, maybe we're all just walking around the restaurant.
That's good. When you teach them young like that, they do understand.
And I try to think about that, when Gene and I are communicating, we don't yell. We've never been a yelling household, but he'll say, "Oh, I can tell you're squabbling. Your voice is doing that thing. You're squabbling." I'm like, "We're not squabbling."
Squabbling.
It's from Bluey. They say squabbling on Bluey. So they always says don't squabble. But I want to, and we're not like overly affectionate in front of him, but we do, show affection to each other because I want him to see those types of things, and that's right. That's normal. So we try to be a good example for him.
That's right.
And I want him to know that one day you're going to marry a woman, and I want her to be able to put you in your place.
Ooh.
Like, you don't marry somebody that's just you don't want a yes person. Yeah. You want somebody that will challenge you.
Yes, for so long.
Right.
What
and now look at you.
Look at me.
Now look at you.
Look at me.
Saying no and all the things and dressing all cute.
Oh, my Lord. Heavens.
So March, you'll be in your 40s. Oh, God. Not just 40, but in them. You'll be the expert by then.
Oh, no. Listen, I glean information from everybody else. Like, I'm searching podcasts now like crazy. Being Boss, Jen, I love her. I am literally like,
flipping
through to
like watching hers. Yeah. So she told a story on her podcast today. It was about time management.
Oh, yeah.
And like the one thing that makes people successful, which is kind of obvious, but it's willpower.
Yes.
Or self-control. Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, yes.
But it was self-control. But she talks about how the more decisions that you have to make in a day, the less you're able to use your self-control. Ooh. Because it literally makes you fatigued to make all the decisions. Yeah. So you have to surround yourself with people that help you make decisions, that challenge you, obviously.
Yes.
But they don't put all the weight and the pressure on you. But she told a story, and I mean, it's not her story. It's and I think I've heard it before, but some professor brings a jar full of rocks into his class.
Yes.
And asks the class, is the jar full? And they're like, yes, it's full. Well, then he pours sand in there. And the sand fills up all the crevices in between the rocks.
Good.
And, okay, is it full now? Yes, obviously it's full. Well, then he pours water in there.
Ooh.
And the sand absorbs the water, and there's, so then it is really obviously full.
Good, yeah.
And the students, and so he says that you need to make sure that your rocks are the big things that take up the space, and that the sand and the water are the unimportant extra things. Because if you were to put the sand and the water in first, there'd be no way you get the rocks in. So what are my rocks?
Yes.
Like, what takes up the space?
Yes.
And I'm not going to feel sorry about taking out some sand.
Yeah.
Or taking out some water to make room for the rocks. Because I'm going to be intentional about that.
That is so good. I love that.
So we'll see how we hold up.
I've thought about,
We're
this.
not even halfway through the month. I would say January's felt like the longest month.
By the time this airs, it will be.
Yes. Yes.
That's right. I did think about, as we talk about our 40s and who we are and trying to get, let everybody know, like, this is who I am and it is what it is. But I think we learn that as we go on. Like in our 20s, experiences
100%.
Absolutely has led us to where we are. I think in our 20s and 30s, you're just learning. You're just learning, and I make mistakes daily today. Like every day.
Right.
But my point in that is you learn from every year that you have to then be okay with, I'm okay with saying no. I'm okay with the boundaries, setting them. I'm now 40, and so this is my life, and I'm going to embrace it. And
oh my God, I was so worried about what people thought about me in my 20s and 30s. Like, we talked about that at the Chris Stapleton concert, about how all the young girls, the 20-year-old girls, were wearing like mini skirts and they were freezing. That would have been me, because I would have rather been cute and cold than someone think, oh, look at that.
That's exactly right.
40-year-old.
Yeah,
we ended up rocking it.
We were rocking it. We were in our jeans and
we were
comfortable.
jeans and wore okay. We were warm.
Exactly.
But it would be
it takes those experiences.
We talked about that, being vulnerable on social media, posting a picture without makeup, or even just going out in public, in your leggings. Who cares? At the end of the day, why do we stress out about it so much?
Yes, I am in my leggings a lot, and that is okay.
Like if you see me at Target and I don't have any makeup or any leggings, like, have I ruined your day?
No, Pam.
So why do I care?
That's exactly right.
So I'm not gonna anymore. They're nice leggings.
Exactly. Hey, I think I went I was going to the grocery store, and we have a little grocery store. So I usually go to Publix, but we have a little grocery store not far from us. And so I was just headed to get like one thing. I think it was hot sauce, believe it or not. And I was going in my pajama pants. Okay. Sure was. And Maddie's
now that's a different level.
It was. And Maddie was like, what? Now they were all black. So it's like, it could have been like pants.
Okay.
Pants,
so not like the Grinch or,
no, I wouldn't have done that. But Maddie's like, are you really going in that? I sure am. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to get the hot sauce, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to go back home. I sure am. Would you like to drive me?
Well, see, now I feel bad. Now that I just said that out loud, I feel bad, because Christmas Eve we have a service at church.
Oh, and was it pajama?
It wasn't pajama.
Oh, it wasn't pajama?
No, it wasn't pajama, but my mom came out to my house to help me make a cake, because Jean's only request every Christmas is that we make a 17-layer chocolate cake.
I love this.
Like the old Southern Baptist, like super thin chocolate cakes. My mom and I, for the past 3 years, have been trying to perfect our recipe.
Yes.
And so she came out, and she was wearing comfortable. She looked cute. Yeah. But she was comfortable, and she got some icing on her shirt. And she was like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to change before church. I was like, it's so funny. You weren't going to wear that at church. And she was like, but I was. She's like, your dad told me that you could come however you are.
As you are.
Come comfortable. I'm like,
that's right.
But you're not spending the night there. Like, you don't come this comfortable. But now that we're talking about this, I feel really bad. So sorry, Mom. Aww. You can wear whatever you want in church.
That's right, Amy. That's right, Amy. You wear what you want in church.
But she did. She changed and she dressed up. But I thought, and that's why I told her, like, you would be mortified if you walked into that church and everybody was dressed up. Bless her heart. Listen to me.
Come
and
as
I'm
you
like,
are,
why do I?
Amy.
Yeah, come as you are.
Come
And
as
I'm
you
like,
are, Amy.
But would she have ruined anybody's day?
No.
She wouldn't have. And she probably would have been warmer and more comfortable. and I ruined that for you. I'm so sorry.
Let her get a little bit older, Amy. She's going to realize.
Let me be 41.
That's 41.
41. I'll get it right. I'm so sorry.
But yes.
Whoops.
So true. That's funny.
I know.
Love it. I love it.
Well, here we are. In the new year.
Rocking it out.
I'm going to work on being unapologetically ourselves.
I love that. Thanks,
do too.
Bev.
Thanks, Bev. I do want to read what that says so everybody can know.
It's really good.
And this
really
does come in different flavors. Like I saw a sparkling white, which I would be really curious to
okay.
stack it up against the 30A.
Oh,
white bubbles.
That would be great.
I will tell you this box is a little hard to read.
It
for
is.
40-year-old eyes.
I was about to say, it's your 40-year-old
So
eyes.
it says, I'm Bev, and this is my happy story, and I can't wait to become a part of yours. So sweet. Plot twist. I'm actually sugar-free. It all started with a girl trying to pay for medical bills by throwing pool parties. For real, Google it. I'm made by chicks, as all the best things are. I also come from happy California grapes. I'm unapologetically myself, like we all should be. I'm here to change a culture because I can, and it's about that a beverage spoke to all of us, for all of us. So here I am. I'm speaking to you. So here we are. Thanks for joining me on this little fizzy journey. And after all, Bev goes towards building a world we can all be proud of, and a world that encourages people to do it different, do it better, and break the glass.
I love that.
I love it.
When I read it, I was like, I think I have cold chills. Like,
yes,
that is good.
I love it. It's very good. So I'm going to be instantly obsessed with this.
Yeah.
I give it a 6.
Me too.
Love it.
6 for sure.
What do you think, B?
I give it a 6, I think.
Yes.
Yes. I'm telling you,
Bev.
we've just discovered it just in time for spring.
Who would have thought it?
This is going to be a jam. And it's just like a little tiny cup that
It's so tiny.
nobody would even know.
I mean, literally. Who knows where it is?
I'm going to sneak it. I'm going to sneak it in my bag.
Sneak. Little sneak.
Did I tell a story about when I had that 38 bubbles in my purse at the doctor's office?
In the doctor's office? No.
After we did that part of the podcast, I went to the doctor's office, and I just was there for like my annual wellness visit or something, and a student came in.
Oh, dear.
She came in, and she's like, I'm a student, and I just want to make, is it okay if I come in? You know, I'm here from wherever trying to learn and whatever. And so she's doing my assessment, and she's looking in my ears, and I got my purse is one of those that just gape open.
Yes.
It's full of crap. Well, the wine can was sitting on the top, and it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm the first appointment, and she's looking in my ears and like looking in my throat, and she's like, do you have any social problems at home? No, I'm good.
No.
And she's like, do you feel like you have any problems with alcohol? I'm like, no, I'm good.
No?
And then
Why?
I was like, well, that's bizarre. And then now she walks out, and I look down, and I've got a can of wine right on the top of my back.
It's only 8:30 in the morning.
So I'm sure she thought, man, this poor girl.
She's just carrying it with her
She
everywhere.
just carries it with her everywhere
She's
she
got
goes.
them off the top.
I mean, you always got to be prepared.
You gotta
But
be prepared.
then when she came back in, I was like, I have a podcast, and we review a cocktail every week, and she was like, okay, I just sometimes you see things that are signals, and we're trained to look for those things. And I'm like, I'm sure the wine at 8:30 in your bag is a signal, but I'm good, I promise.
Listen here, student. A+ for you.
Right. I mean, I at least wait until 10 o'clock. I'm not a savage.
Right. She's not
Like-
a savage. No, she's not savage. We are not savage.
All right.
Yes.
Another one.
Another one.
Are we at 20 yet?
I think so.
B
Okay.
always has to keep up with
She
our
does.
episodes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We're so disorganized.
We need
But
to
you can
calm
keep
down.
up with them if you follow us on social media.
Hey.
Facebook, Instagram,
That's right.
YouTube. Please go watch the YouTube. We need to get more activity on YouTube.
Wow.
Please go watch the YouTube.
And we always say we're going to do more on YouTube.
We do.
We're going to do that.
That's a New Year's
That
goal.
needs to be a goal.
That's a New Year's
We
goal.
probably should write it down. So we'll really be better at it.
B will keep us on track.
That's right, B. Help us.
All right,
She will.
here's another one.
Hey, exactly.
Y'all have a great week.
Y'all have a great week. and
Enjoy the
enjoy.
chaos.
Bye, y'all.
Don't forget to follow the chaos on Instagram at Enjoy the Chaos Podcast _22. Facebook, Enjoy the Chaos with April and Sarah. YouTube, Enjoy the Chaos with April and Sarah. And don't forget to follow the blogs on the website at www.enjoythechaospodcast.org.